Superman has always been significant in the DC universe as the rumored strongest hero. Fans haven't seen the caped hero in recent DC movies, but James Gunn, DCU's co-CEO, has said that bringing back Superman is a huge priority for DC Studios. Let's discuss what he had to say about the character. In this video, we'll talk about all the characters Gunn has teased for the next phase of DCEU. So, Superman's return is, according to James Gunn, a big priority for DC Studios. DC is going through a difficult period in its cinematography. Still, James Gunn's appointment as the DCU's chief creative, working with producer Peter Safran, should ensure the development of a strong and extensive shared world, similar to what Marvel Studios has done. But what about the rest of the DC universe? Will it be removed entirely or utilized as a base? Where Superman fits into this is the question on everyone's mind. Gunn has returned to social media to shed some light on the subject. Of course, the most talked about issue lately has been whether Henry Cavill would return to the DC Extended Universe in his previous Superman role. He appeared toward Black Adam's conclusion and believed that becoming the Man of Steel was his future. This occurred when it became known that Cavill would not be reprising his role as Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher on Netflix. Was that achieved so he could have more time to play Superman? According to James Gunn, who clarified the position with the character but not the actor, Superman is a tremendous priority, if not the greatest, for the new DC Extended Universe. This was brought up as a part of the director's celebration of Superman the movie's 44th anniversary on Twitter. According to The Hollywood Reporter, it was unclear if he would maintain Henry Cavill as Superman for this next phase of the DC universe. Of course, he made no mention of it. That was all he had to say on the Cavill front. Gunn may not be providing us with specifics, but fans believe he will guide the franchise on the correct path. If he can make the Suicide Squad movie entertaining, the DCEU reboot is in good hands. Given that DC's most powerful superhero was conspicuously absent during the previous period under Warner, Gunn is attempting to address this controversial subject. Dwayne Johnson was a huge advocate for Cavill to reprise his Superman role in Black Adam, and the actor received a ton of support from Johnson. According to Johnson, Cavill's comeback was not popular with the previous DC Universe executives. Still, he overcame their objections because he believed Superman was the only one who could compete with Black Adam. After the temporary cancellation of Wonder Woman 3 and the uncertain status of the Black Adam and Superman sequels, Gunn pleads with fans to be patient as the shift occurs. "We realize we're not going to make every single person happy every step of the way," Gunn wrote, "but we can guarantee everything we do is in the service of the story and in the service of the DC characters we know you adore and we have treasured our whole lives." The former Guardians of the Galaxy director stated that he and Safran are still deciding on a direction, so fans will have to wait for a formal announcement on the future of the DC universe. Following that are all the characters teased by James Gunn for the next phase of the DCEU. It would be an understatement to describe the DC movie universe as chaotic. James Gunn and Peter Safran have been named the co-CEOs of DC Studios. In essence, Gunn and Safran's tasks at the DCU will be comparable to those of Kevin Feige at the MCU. The effort is enormous, and Gunn has said that not everyone will share the idea, but it must be completed if DC is to create a rival shared universe to the MCU. During interviews and on social media, Gunn has had some fun tease boxing and teasing fans about the potential of the next DC Studio slate. In addition to asking for fan suggestions for characters, he used the opportunity to present some of his ideas. Of course, none of these heroes are guaranteed to appear, but it's still interesting to know which ones are on Gunn's mind. So, coming in first is Lobo. Industry insiders have long said R-rated funny comic book movie characters are impossible. When the Deadpool movie finally burst through the doors, it brought in enough money at the box office. As a result, many fans pondered the timing of DC and Warner Bros.' own main man, Lobo. With his appetite for bloodshed and entertaining antics, the extraterrestrial bounty hunter enlivened the 1990s and rose to fame in DC Comics. As a result, he made appearances in cartoon series like Superman, the animated series, and video games like Injustice, and eventually made his live-action film debut in Krypton, where Emmett J. Scanlon played him. There has yet to be a major film for Lobo. However, James Gunn raised eyebrows when he posted a picture of Lobo in his first post on the social networking website Mastodon. It seems improbable that Gunn would lean towards integrating Lobo into his plans for the DC universe, given his preference for cosmic comic characters in Guardians of the Galaxy. Jason Momoa leaving his role as Aquaman to play Lobo in a future live-action movie is another claim on the internet. Next up is Kingdom Come's Justice League. One particularly well-liked story arc among comic book readers is the Mark Waid and Alex Ross Kingdom Come 4-part series from 1996. Not only does it have exquisite artwork artwork from Ross's fingers, but it's also a fascinating story about the Justice League needing to come out of retirement to stop young superheroes who have forgotten what it means to be a hero. David Zaslav, CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery, wants James Gunn and Peter Safran to complete their plans and prevent having something akin to 4 Batmans wandering around. It's likely a major reset where there will be solitary versions of heroes as part of the DCU. In November 2022, Gunn uploaded a picture of Kingdom Come to his Twitter and Instagram accounts along with the caption, "Making plans." Fans naturally wondered whether this suggested that Kingdom Come would soon be a movie. The fact that many of these characters are still in their formative years as superheroes make a literal beat-for-beat reproduction of the narrative improbable. Still, Gunn and Safran may use it as a guide to simplify parts of the storytelling and improve the universe's current cast. Following that, the Justice Society of America is the next character James Gunn has teased. The JSA has been popular among DC fans since it was the first superhero team. It's regarded as the forerunner of the Justice League and the pinnacle of the golden age of comic books, even though its members have come and gone throughout the years, and the team has received a new lineup with each reboot. James Gunn posted a picture of the Justice League and the JSA enjoying a meal together on Twitter in honor of Thanksgiving. Hawkman, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, Superman, Power Girl, Wildcat, Jay Garrick's Flash, and Dr. Fate were among the characters shown in the illustration. Because time travel in the DC universe is as simple as hiring an Uber, it would not be out of the question to see the Justice League and the JSA fighting side by side in the film universe. However, Gunn and partner Peter Safran are likely working on a separate JSA project, possibly a TV series. Then we have Mr. Terrific. In terms of popularity among the general public, Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific, isn't the most well-known or renowned DC figure. He appears to have popularity peaks before, for the most part fading away into the background of the action. On the other hand, DC Comics has concentrated on establishing him as its version of Mr. Fantastic, particularly because he's one of the world's smartest people and other heroes turn to him for wise counsel. In the Arrow series, performed by actor Echo Kellum, he appeared as Curtis Holt, who later adopted Mr. Terrific's persona as a Team Arrow member. The DC superhero has yet to appear in live-action movies though, but if this tweet from James Gunn is any indication, he may have plans for Mr. Terrific. The second character on this list is Green Lantern. There are countless opportunities for narrative in the Green Lantern section of the DC universe. Several figures can assume the role of a Green Lantern, and there are numerous formidable foes to face. While Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of Hal Jordan in the 2011 film Green Lantern did not exactly set the globe on fire or make any villains dread the Green Lantern's light, it was still a far cry from ending the franchise. In the Arrowverse, it was even hinted that John Diggle might use the Power Ring. That didn't happen though, since Greg Berlanti's plans for HBO Max's own Green Lantern program were unveiled first. Even though Reynolds' Green Lanterns won't be coming back, James Gunn insisted that the Green Lanterns will still be vital. On Twitter, the director refrained from giving fans too many specifics, although it's apparent that the Emerald Knights will eventually take flight in the DC universe. And finally, the last DC character on the list that Gunn has teased for the next phase of the DCU is King Shark. The DC universe gained several new characters thanks to James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Sylvester Stallone's voice of King Shark, who plays the shark, won fans over with his adorable board shorts and endearing demeanor, even though John Cena's Peacemaker has garnered the most attention with his appearance in the TV series. Given that Gunn helped create the character, he may also appear in other works. Many fans have petitioned for him to take the position of Mera in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom instead of Amber Heard. Gunn has not explicitly stated if King Shark would reappear in the DC universe, but Stallone gave comicbook.com some crucial information. When Chris Killian asked if he would reprise the role, the actor responded, "Unquestionably, James has been generous. He and I get along well, but I have no idea what type of characters he may put in the DC universe." The two are friendly because Gunn admitted to Den of Geek that he created King Shark with Stallone in mind. Again, when new projects are announced, it's feasible that plans will change and go in other directions. King Shark deserves one more bite, and it doesn't seem like fans have seen the last of him. And with all that, that's a wrap for this video. Even though James Gunn has stated that bringing Superman back is a huge priority for DC Studios, it still needs to be determined if Henry Cavill will play the Man of Steel. Do you think another person should play Superman? Let's hear your comments in the section below. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.